think about the matters, and Islam orders you, okay, لأولي النهى and أفلا يتدبرون أفلا يتفكرون. We have lots of orders that to think. We don't have a holy man in Islam. We don't have a holy man. There is no patriarch that we have, a man that we should follow him every time. Even for the great Imam, when he tells me something, I should
think.
I should give it, think, and to tell him, give me the evidence that you have, to give me this.
Sir, we are ordered to use our minds.
Sure, we have that. Also, but there is a limit for the mind and not, to exaggerate. But Islam is giving you that ability to think and also to believe and to have your own vision, but with no exaggeration for the matters. We have that. The only groups and movements or the only beliefs that they have the idea of guide, this is with the Shia. With the Shia Imamiyya that they are in Iran, they have their god of the revolution. He is a holy man.
Hezbollah.
Not Hezbollah. No, this is for Iran. Al-Murshid al-A'la. He is considered to the deputy of the hidden Imam during his absence.
And of course, you know how the Hezbollah members are speaking about Nasrallah.
Yes, this is, it's a part of that.
Yes.
But I said that the only thing, or only movement, or only belief that they have the idea of the guide, this is in Iran. But he's considered as a holy man. A man who's giving orders, that is over. So even when you compare between the president and the guide, there is no comparison. He is the only one. He is only one on the scene. And the president just one who's elected by democratic way, and this in front of the world that we have democracy and all this. But the only word, this is the word of the guide for them. So this, we are afraid of this idea that they have also for the brotherhood, that they have this. So something very dangerous for them and the rights of the followers, and this is what we have now. Every time that you consider that, it is a mahna. Mahna for them, okay, we will...
it's a problem, or...
No, mahna for them, it is ibtila, or ibtila, it is good thing for the Muslim. But they
Tested by Allah.
Yeah, tested by Allah. But they don't know that, and they believe that they are the righteous and it is the right way. And you should insist in this. Whatever the victims, whatever the corruption that we have, So he insists of this, or they insist of this. And all the peoples and the leaders of this group now, they are followers and the students of Sayyid Qutb. So they have these radical ideas, and every time we are righteous. Every time it is a good mahna for us, and we will overcome of this, and it will be okay. And we have lots of mahna across our history, and we become more stronger. So this is the belief of the people that we oppose as a specialist of Islamic movements. That's very dangerous for Islam. That in Islam we have lots of verses that's calling the Muslim that to be tolerant and to be respectful, and also to be a pardoner and to give pardon to the people.
Not to kill each other, not to kill Muslims, or not to kill any Egyptian, not just the Muslims.
Even the non-Muslim. We have a verses in the Quran that وَلَا تُجَادِلُوا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا بِالَّتِي أَحْسَنُ. You know that even the non-Muslims and the people, only the good way that you should treat with them. So
Sir,
what about the Muslims? That
verse number 256 in Al-Baqarah, the very first surah of the Holy Quran, there is no compulsion in religion.
Yes.
Even in religion.
Yes, there's no obligation.
No compulsion, no...
Yeah. It's not the question of obligation. And even with the discussion, with the argument, with the treatment of the people, with the non-Muslim, this is the essence of the tolerance of Islam. وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَظًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانْفَضُّوا. It is the order of God even for the Prophet.
If you are cruel or harsh,
yes,
then they are going to leave you. And this is a message to our Prophet, peace be upon him.
Yes, this is for our Prophet, who is the superior one of Islam and the owner of the message. But for them also, for Al-Banna, that is considered to be the owner of the message. You know that every time when they say that, he is the Imam.
So let's tackle some politics.
The what?
Some politics?
Yes.
But I want to ask about the history of something that came to my mind, which is the development of the Muslim Brotherhood over the different stages here. I mean, in Egypt, during the period of Sadat, Gamal Abdel Nasser, then comes President Mohamed Morsi. Because many people do believe that they were not given the chance, that's why they became, or they turned out to be violent. So I want to elaborate, I want you to elaborate more on why did they become that violent during this stage.
The violence, it's a part of them, as I said. It's a part of this
They're not
group.
Muslims and they're not brothers.
Yes,
as
and
mentioned
even
before.
at the end of Hassan al-Banna himself, the reformer and the man of the message for them, okay? And, you know, that started at the end of his life, so he was innocent of them. And he said that they don't belong to me, okay? And after that, he was assassinated, so it was a time of disturbances, and then appeared on the scene the radical man Sayyid Qutb.
And the
And after
assassinations.
that, that started the militia. We started to have a militia. You know what's the meaning of militia in a country? And to have military groups. Okay?
Violence.
This and yes, this is the horrible violence. Okay, even violence maybe could. This is horror. This is a terrorism. You know, violence could be when I hurt someone, when I insult someone. It's a violent way. But horror or terrorism or terror,
Killing
this
people,
is the meaning of this. So it's very
figures.
dangerous.
And because of this, most of those behind bars now are very much accused of terrifying the innocents. This is a common charge or accusation.
Yes.
But sir, there is as I was speaking to my dear guest, Dr. Mervat Matkour, when we were reviewing the press, there is a very thin thread between those who are brainwashed and those who turned terrorists and they cannot be back to be integrated into the society or to be human beings once again. How to differentiate between both and how to deal with both categories?
You know, it's also very complicated. Okay, even the one who's the small part, the small follower of them, also, you know that they educated him and they taught him that you are righteous, you are in the right way, and you have the right way. And also he has a bayah for them. You know, the contact and the link, it's very strong for them. And we cannot differentiate between, but also surely that we should use also the dawah for these people and to be back and to revive
Sir,
their
let me
ideas.
put my question in other words. When you are in front of TV and you're watching those Al-Azhar University students doing what they are doing, do you feel pity or do you feel outrage? You feel anger?
Anger, surely. Pity, that's over, yes.
Okay.
A violence, and by such way, I cannot, consider such a guy as a student. No, he's not. He's a criminal. Criminal. You understand that? Pity of what? His stupidness, you know, corruption. You know, someone who is destroying everything. He has no belief. And even that, you know, the time of injustice was also a time, according to the Islamic time, we have lots of unjust leaders and lives also, that they made catastrophic acts in Islam, but also the Muslims, they did not make corruption like that. Because we have also lots of principles. We have Dar al-Mafasid, prayer of Qalb Masalih, you know? So, to defend the corruption is better than to have the interest. If my interest to have the power and to be a president and all this, okay, it is after, okay, that we should defend the corruption that we have and the blood shared that we see in the society. So there is no feeling of pity. That's over. Maybe for a demonstration, a normal demonstration in a week or but every day by the same way. And also in the university, it is an establishment for knowledge. This to study. Education. If you want to demonstrate, so don't go to the university, okay, to be in the street and do as you want.
Or you can demonstrate peacefully.
Yes, that is. But you know, now we don't have good demonstration, we don't have good manifestation. Now it is related to the violence, so we should stop all this. People, in the Egyptian people now, they cannot resist 3 years of that disturbance, of that silliness that we have this, that we should stop of this. They should revise. The problem of this group that only for Hassan al-Banna, we don't have knowledge for him. It's just we have a book of the letters of Hassan al-Banna. Letters, but till now it is the constitution of these people. Even that he wrote them 85 years ago, and according to his time, according to the society and what around and all this, you know, they followed his words. Literary, yeah, and everything, you know, every time the Imam said, who is the Imam? Who is the Imam? Imam for us, for Muslim, is considered by his knowledge, by his sciences, by his books, by his everything, you know. But every time the Imam is said,
for them, I think it is just a post.
You know? Yes. They also rarely that they talk about Prophet Muhammad, who is the leader of the message. You know, that is very perplexed, very desperate, disturbed of such a group. So they should revise themselves for the last time, because I think, from my point of view, If there is no a channel like Al Jazeera, these people that be over. We don't hear their names. We don't listen about
But
them.
sir, of course you
know?
dealt with such people, I think, as an Islamic thinker, of course you deal every day with those brainwashed people. So
Yes.
how do you think, and when you enter a debate with such people, how do you convince them that they are wrong? Or
I give them
there's
I give them all the evidence that we have in Islam, in Sunnah and in Quran and everything.
what about the
But
reaction?
you know that it's
Just
blind.
brainwashed, blind.
No, yes, that's blind. It is for most of them. Some people they could think, but for most of them, because there is a very special teaching for them when they enter the group. Okay, and after that he gives the bayah. So that's over for him. You know, for him the life, or it is for him even to have the life as by the way that he wants, or to be martyrized, or to be a martyr. They know that the martyr is something very easy that we give him to anyone, and to make a corruption whatever, and to make that, and if you are killed, so you will be a martyr. You know, this is lots of confused ideas of these people, and they should revise their ideas.
Hopefully, sir, they are listening to us now.
Yes.
I hope that they're listening. Okay, Dr. Asmail Hamid, the Islamic researcher, we thank you so much for joining us this morning and for this fruitful information. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you go, Naveen.
We do have a break. We are going to enjoy a report on the mask of Tutankhamun, one of the most important and famous pharaohs, with our colleague Dina Yunus. Stay tuned on Al TV International.